What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan, and I'm BManX45. And today we're coming at you with a nice little short, quick video, just showing off some of my Legion stuff that I have primed and built, not painted. A lot of my stuff is unpainted. I have a giant pile of shame, as you can see, all around, and actually other places there. The tanks. A bunch of different expansions, and see if we can get up there. It's mostly clone stuff and some other stuff, so a lot of stuff anyways. So there's gonna be some hardcore modeling guys watching this and being like, this is ridiculous. But I got bases done. I can get bases done. No, I am very picky about the way I do things here. We have one that I have finished, Jyn Erso, and I'm not quite done her. I still have to do some highlights and border the base and spray her with a protective coating, and then that'll be done. In another video, I'll go over what I have completed for this game, but I've done, partial job. Same with Iden there. Iden's needs a bit of work still to get done. I've done little bits, like I painted Padme's skin. Oop. But that's about it. And hair. Same with Cassian. I did his skin, and I did a bit of C-3PO. I have to do some highlighting again. And I did Anakin's face and skin, hands, or one hand, and I coated the lightsaber in white for like the prep. Same with Maul. I did Maul's lightsaber ends, and that's about it. I've done a black coat on my BX Commandos, and I gotta do the dry brush of their colors and stuff like that. Just been working on things slowly. Over here I got the bike that I've started, and over here the Stap Riders, which are pretty much done. I just need, again, highlights, and that's the biggest thing. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so the highlights they're a little bit difficult and take a lot of time, and so that's what kind of stops me from wanting to do it. But I want to make these things look as good as possible. Like I've done Cad Bane here. I've done his blue face, and I actually have to fix that because some of this black, like the black where I did the pants, I actually want that to be brown. And I've done his hat a little bit there, so I've put a few colors on there just to play around and see what I like. And my AT-ST I've been working on. I got a nice little setup here. The Army Painter painting station. So I got all my paint sitting there. I got tons of paints. I've just been collecting paints for different things I want to do from videos I've watched that I really liked. That's right down there. That's 5 cases of paints. Each one's got, I think 3 of them are Citadel. One's got shades and contrast. The other one's got bases. The other one's got layers. And then, actually that's 6, not 5. And then I got a case each for Vallejo, Army Painter, and Scale Color. I definitely like these dropper bottles better than the Citadel bottles. I know the Citadel bottle is nice because you can open it and just off the thing, but when you have to pour stuff, it's just a nightmare. And that really sucks. I got some of these Army Painter holders. I really recommend these. These are good. And then something I have done is, like I said, I've been doing, I go ahead and on any base that doesn't have to have the model attached to it, I'll try and get that done. So what I've done here is I've used this in the back here, which is Vallejo's Brown Earth basing paste. That's not what it came in. My son broke jar, so I had to put it somewhere else. And this is actually a method that I learned from Sarastro on YouTube. He is an amazing painter. I'd go check him out in a heartbeat. Really fun, really entertaining. Does his own music. The accent is awesome, so it makes it a little bit more entertaining. But anyways, here I've done my base. I've glued it down. I've applied the basing paste, watching to make sure I don't go over where I want the arc indicators to be. And then what I've done is I've used either one or two methods: a Geonosian desert, or up here a more of a forest planet look. And what basically all I do is I take shades like this one. First of all, this one you take Tyrant Skull and do a dry brush over the top to pick out the edges, and that's where you get the white from. And then you take a mix of Citadel's Fugan Orange, Agrax Earthshade, and Lamian Median, all the same kind of equal mix of the three, and you shade the base, and it turns out like this. And then I just take some Stormhost Silver, one of my favorite silvers in the game, in the painting world, and I border the edge. Although it can be tricky, you want to put as little as possible in there, because what you're going to have is you're going to have your templates get stuck and scratch all your paint off. So one thing I'm thinking about doing is sanding the sides of my templates down a little bit so that they fit in nicely and I don't have to worry about ruining my paint, because it just needs to go in. It doesn't need to be like tight on either side. So I'm thinking about doing that so that I don't ruin my paint every time I go in there. Anyways, other than that, I also put a coating of matte varnish to protect the paint from my hands touching it on the outside edge after the silver's dried. And there you go, you got your base, and it looks really nice. And you can do other things like add turf and sand and other stuff. You probably just put like a coat of PVC glue on there because it dries clear, and then sprinkle the stuff you want, or put some little tufts of grass and stuff like that for the other one. The other one, the forest mix, is a mix, is an equal mix of Bealtan Green and Athonian Camo Shade. Pretty sure that's Athonian Camo Shade. Yeah, that's the one. And yeah, so that's just wanted to show you guys that. For this one here, I left a spot to glue it, but I tried to cover as much up so you can't see it. So once I glue it down, I'll have something for it to stick against, but I've kind of just done the base for right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what I was going to show you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I pretty much have, if you're wondering how much Legion stuff I have at least one expansion of each from Star Wars Legion. I am not getting any more multiple expansions until the time that I have painted everything, which is going to be the next 20 years of my life, as you guys can see right here. But yeah, and then after that I will work on building up my forces. Right now I have everything, so I can play whatever I want in the game, but I can't play multiple copies other than your regular core units that you get with the core set. So I mean, yeah, it's a little bit, it's going to be difficult playing because I won't be able to have like 4 sets of cores, but at the same time I just don't want to be getting any more until I can get this down to a minimum, and then I can do like one expansion at a time, kind of thing like that. Also, if you noticed, I have some terrain pieces, the bunker, of course, the downed ATST. In the back I have a 3D printed TIE Fighter, 2 halves of it, so I can have it look like a crashed TIE Fighter on the battlefield. Although a TIE Fighter wouldn't crash flush into the ground, but it is a game, so it's not perfect. Got the downed Escape Crash Pod, and then I got some cool other stuff like that I was using for my D&D, which is like this tower. It's actually a dice tower, but it can be used as terrain as well as the barricade. And so yeah, I'm always looking for new things to make my game experience even better. And one thing before we go, I'll show you is the table I built for tabletops. So this table here is what we built to do tabletop. So right now it's set up to do X-Wing. I got my extra Digimon cards sitting there. But this table, this whole top piece comes off and folds out. The base slides open and extends so that you can, so that it's longer. And then this piece right here is just doweled and it comes off just like that. And then folds out to be a 6-foot table so that I can do Legion. Anyways, and there's my X-Wing right there. That's all the time we have for this video, guys. If you enjoyed today's content, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. Everything helps, and we don't want you to miss 1 minute of the fun. That's all for now, folks.